This is Tailgate Talk, presented by Tarpon Blue.
Let's take a ride.
In this series, we're going to show you everything Texas and its surrounding southern states has to offer, right here from our very own tailgate.
We'll take you from life on the farm and the ranch to the big city lights. This is Tailgate Talk. Come along for the ride.
It takes specialized know-how and hard work to manage over 100 square miles of land and resources. Let's ride along with Tarpon Blue Ag's team of Cowboys down in Florida to learn how they get it done.
History often associates the American cowboy with westward expansion of the United States in the 1800s. However, the authentic story of this iconic symbol of Americana took root during the 1500s, down south in the swamps of Florida. Through the centuries and generations since, this breed of cowboy played a vital role in eventually establishing the Sunshine State as one of the nation's top beef producers. As a working cattle operation, the Babcock Ranch Preserve relies on Tarpon Blue's team of cowboys for tending to livestock herds, and a whole lot more.
We have 73,000 acres and we got about 2,500 head of cattle. But the cattle isn't the main thing that we do. It's probably about a third of what we do. And the other 2/3 is split up between land management and the tour and keeping up the roads there. The mechanics on the buggies. We've got 5 buggies that we keep running on the tour. So that's probably right up at the top of the list. Another challenge out here is we're all the time chasing grass, trying to get new grass for the cows. That kind of gets tangled up with the cutting of the sod and the farming. So you're having to keep the cows out of the way of the sod cutters and the farmers. You know, you lose grass temporarily to sod cutting and farming, but it gets regenerated when they get done. We plant it all back. We got a fresh field again. But that's pretty much what we'll do from late spring right on through the summer into the fall. Is we're constantly moving the cows. Probably every 10 to 20 days the cows are being moved somewhere to a fresh piece of ground. The land management side of it, the land itself, I like doing that. I like the burning part, and there's a progression there. You burn it off and you start new and everything comes up green again.
Burning season is important to us. We'll set out to really improve a pasture when we burn. It helps with exotics and maintaining grass. Brings the grass back, makes it a little more nurturing to a cow, makes her want to eat it when it's small. Places we burn here are rough woods, so you'll go through there and you'll be able to see the ground in there finally and improve it a little bit. It's very good for it, and it's good for the ranch.
We're here on the burn that we started on about 3 weeks ago. As you see behind me, a lot of the native species have popped up green. That's really what we're after. That's beneficial to what we're doing here. When we burned this, we had about a 6-man crew. We had equipment on site. We have this little crew meeting beforehand. Everybody knows what to do. Everybody knows where to be, when to be there, when not to be there. Having the whole crew knowing what's going on is very important. The biggest thing is for safety.
We'll start on a burn and we'll light kind of a backfire, get it kind of backed off from where the head fire is going to come.
We're going to get our wick good and moist. Oh, we gotta open our vent. Get a little on the wick, and we'll light. Just kind of hold it at a little bit of an angle and walk where you want to burn. It's early February, and we like to choose this time of year based on we've probably had a frost or two by now, and the grass is kind of deader and there's a lot of fuel for the fire. It helps get a lot of new growth and beat back all the brush from kind of taking over. We don't really want it to take all over, and there's a lot of ash and stuff that'll happen after this burn. That's good for the cattle. It helps worm the cattle and the other wildlife animals.
When we started, it seemed like it was going to be a pretty dry day. If it gets too dry, the fire can get real erratic, and then it kind of becomes hard to control. But then, like today, the wind died down and the cloud cover came in, so it's gotten too damp. Today, our goal was about 900 acres, and we have a good breaking point about halfway through this block. So we're just going to hold up and just do looks like about 500 acres. We'll just make sure we get it burnt good, and we'll come back to the other remaining, part of it later on after it dries out.
Thanks for tuning in today, and thank you to our guests for sharing their story.
Be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you next time on Tailgate Talk.
We'll tell you things you might not know. Just stay a while, we'll make you feel